Hey bunnies and bunny lovers, welcome back to the channel where all things bunny are made possible. Lorelai here, and today I'm going to go over the top ways to make your bunny happy. As we know, bunnies are sometimes hard to read, and we don't always know what is exciting them, what's depressing them. So today I'm going to be sharing the tips that you're going to need to maximize your rabbit's happiness and their quality of life. Please, as per usual, subscribe, smash that like button, and hit the bell for unlimited bunny content. Let's hop right into this. So coming in at number 10, treats. Bunnies live for treats. It is literally a drug to them. If you haven't noticed already, they will go absolutely bonkers every time you go to the treat jar or you open a crinkly bag or you walk to the fridge. They can smell it and hear it from a mile away. So it's important to have healthy treats for your bunnies. I always just say the easiest way to go about this is with fresh fruit because it's going to be the healthiest thing for them. You can give them a little blueberry, a slice of banana, a slice of strawberry. You know, there's not going to be any added preservatives, added sugars, etc. You can also go the dried treat route. That's also an alternative. And also just remember, guys, to keep the treats to a minimum. Every day, I would say maximum 3 a day, morning, noon, and night. It's a great way to test if your bunny is sick or not. I kind of like using the treat testing for that, but you don't want to overload on the sugar. So make sure you are dispersing it accordingly. The next way to make your rabbit happy is to let them sleep. Okay, I know it's tempting to want to interrupt them and wake them up and cuddle with them and be with them all the time. Trust me, I know, but you've got to let them get their beauty rest just like we want our beauty rest, and that's going to make them so happy. Rabbits love sleeping, they love resting, they love dreaming, and it's so cute watching them sleep. Every time I come home and Lennon is just knocked out, flopped over somewhere, it is the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Ugh. Trust me, I want to wake her up and just squish her. But as I always say, you've got to respect the space, let them sleep, let them take their naps. And then when they are awake during their active hours, they will happily spend time with you. Yes, that is going to make them very happy if you just leave them be. Number 8, carpeted flooring. Bunnies do not have pads on the back of their paws like dogs or cats or a lot of other animals. It's purely fur. This can cause complications if they're running over hard surfaces or slippery surfaces. They're just gonna slip around, or they can develop sores on the backs of their paws if it's very difficult terrain for them to step over. Ultimately, a carpet or a rug is essential to have in your bunny's habitat. You guys have seen my apartment. It's not carpeted, it's mostly laminate, but I do have a lot of area rugs for Lennon. It's essential if you want them to be able to binky and hop and move around freely without hurting themselves or developing splayed legs. That's also another complication that can come from their paws. So I encourage you guys to get your bunnies a little area rug so that they can feel safe. There are a lot of bunnies who just refuse to step on hardwood floors or anything of that nature. Sometimes it also boils down to exposing them to different kinds of flooring so that they don't have such a fear. But at the end of the day, also provide them with the flooring that they need. Remember that their wild ancestors, they would usually be running and hopping over grass and soil and that kind of terrain. And while domesticated bunnies are a different species, they unfortunately kept those same paws of their wild ancestors. So that has not changed, and we need to help them out a little bit. Another way to make sure that your rabbit is content is to be able to check on them and make sure that they're safe and not getting into any mischief. With rabbits, because their stomachs are so fragile, it's imperative to know when they last used the litter box or if they ate the food that you left out for them that morning. The last thing that you want is to come home from work and to discover that your rabbit has been in stasis all day unbeknownst to you, and you can't recall when they last used the bathroom. In this case, using a device like Ring could actually be life-saving. The motion detection notifications let me know of all those critical activities. Whether I'm away on vacation, out and about, or simply in my bedroom, the live view lets me keep an eye on Lennon, even if she's just sleeping like an angel. What I love the most about Ring is the two-way talk system, where I can talk to Lennon and let her know I'm still there for her, and she can totally recognize my voice.
Hi, puppies.
How are you?
I miss you, puppy.
So I'm gonna link a ring in the description below. Big thank you to them for partnering with us on this video. So next up we have toys. Toys are so important, but not just any toy, okay? I wanna emphasize, you wanna be getting your bunny toys that really allow and encourage natural rabbit behaviors and engagement. Anything from hidey houses to tunnels to foraging systems where they can dig and chew. And so if you're not familiar with some of the toys that you should be getting your bunny, I do have plenty of videos on that, which I'll link in the iCard above for you. Okay, next we have a partner. Now, a partner is really gonna create a lot of happiness for your bunny. Bunnies are social animals. Their wild ancestors would live in warrens and big colonies. Again, I wanna always differentiate that domestic bunnies and wild bunnies, they are not the same, but a lot of those instincts still exist within the domestic rabbit. I just think it's especially critical to make sure that your rabbit isn't a loner, okay? Even if you are gonna have a single bunny, you have to provide them company, engagement, affection, attention around the clock, basically, except for when they're sleeping. Another way to do this so that the burden isn't entirely on you is to get them a partner, or it can be a trio or a quad, however many bunnies you're able to fit in your home. Also bear in mind, you do have to go through a bonding process. That bonding process should not be taken lightly, but any rabbit rescue will happily bond bunnies for you, so you can reach out to your local rescue for that task. Ultimately, rabbits love to be in love, and so if you can provide them with a husband or a bunny wife, then they will be extraordinarily happy to have that. Okay, next we have keeping them groomed. Okay, rabbits, they need help in that department. While they are very disciplined at keeping themselves clean and licking themselves throughout the day, you're gonna have to help out with the grooming and the shedding of the coats whenever they are going through their molting seasons. They really shed a lot. It can turn into a major health issue if they are not getting brushed. A lot of that fur that they are ingesting can become lodged in their stomach. It can also just make them feel uncomfortable. Even with Lennon, I notice if I'm not brushing her regularly, she gets messy in her litter box. So I've got to keep that bottom half nice and tidy, especially now that she's a senior rabbit. This also includes the clipping of the nails, any crustiness around the eyes, the ears not so much, that stays relatively clean. Basically any area that they need a little extra help with that they are unable to do entirely by themselves. A lot of senior rabbits or rabbits with a lot of fur like lionheads, angoras, they especially need help cleaning that bottom half. When they're using the litter box and they're shedding, a lot of gunk and residue can really get stuck to a lot of that fur that's just sort of sitting there waiting to be shedded. They need help, and sometimes you've just got to go in there and pluck some of it out and help them out in that way. Number 3, lots of space or a big habitat. As you guys know, I am a proponent of free roaming your bunny. We really popularized that concept on this channel. It just boils down to bunny proofing your home and giving your rabbit free reign of your home. And of course, you can have boundaries and limitations with this if there are certain areas that you do not want them to have access to. If free roaming is not an option, you can definitely use a puppy playpen as an alternative, or you can just grant them a room, an office, a den. You can also use baby gates to block off certain areas. But ultimately, the small cage, the small hutch, those are things of the past, and they're not really considered humane in today's age of bunny care. If you want your bunny to be the happiest that they can be, living their best life, then free roaming really is the way to go. Okay, and next, unlimited hay. This is their favorite pastime, is sitting in their litter box, picking out the good pieces of hay and just doing their thing, doing their business. I mean, that is their me time, okay? You've got to respect the rabbit me time. Just never ever ration the hay. A bunny's diet consists of 80% hay. They need the fiber in order to use the bathroom, in order to digest their food. It is essential that you provide them with unlimited hay. They're gonna be extraordinarily happy if you do this. Okay, and the final way to make your rabbit happy is to love them unconditionally. Rabbits know when you love them, when you give them affection. They can sense all of that. If they feel like you're neglecting them and you're not meeting their needs, and they feel isolated or they don't feel connected or bonded to you because you're not spending time with them, you're not giving them the time that they deserve, they are going to feel that. They're going to become extraordinarily depressed. And you don't want that. Your rabbits want to feel connected to you. I have plenty of videos on how to bond with your rabbit, how to spend time with your rabbit, how to play with them, how to train them to learn tricks, all sorts of ways that you can pass the time with your bunny. And sometimes, guys, it's as simple as plopping down on the couch, watching a little movie with them. That is the quality time I'm referring to. It doesn't have to be anything more complicated than that. That is it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below. What are some ways that you make your rabbit happy? I am curious, okay? Because everybody is different. As usual, please subscribe, smash that like button, hit the bell. You guys know the drill. We'll see you soon. Mwah.